Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am tonight's entertainment. Okay, let's go back to the usual. Check 1, 2, 3. Is this mic on? So, I'm feeling a bit random. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do this evening, but I know where I'm going to start. And that is, I have some stuff to collect, both from 2K as well as over in my collection apps. I had a trade come in earlier. I was asleep. Sorry. Apparently that trade's gone. Let's collect some of our other stuff. Let's collect from our prize wheel. Refreshes every 6 hours. I also have tonight's AEW Redemption, the buy-in, aka the pre-show, going on in my ear. Collect our mystery bag. Huh. Both of them. Let's see here. What's here? Have I been collecting on these? No, so I'm probably has something to do with the fact that, let's see here, there's 20 uncommon. I don't know, maybe it was just too much. Okay, so let's switch over to the WWE collection game. So we have a couple of awards to collect from cards that we've collected. Yeah, some of these, once you collect all the cards in the set, you earn an award. So let's take care of the spins here. And right now on the buy-in, they are paying respects to the Rougeau family, with the event taking place in Montreal. Now see, there were 2 sets here that started, so I guess we gotta collect Kit Wilson and The Miz. Oh yeah, I forgot. With the recent WWE releases and so many of them clearing free agency, word has it that AEW has already signed, or at least looking to sign, at least 7 new faces. So I'm sure some of them will show up tonight. Now, the New Day haven't cleared yet, so they are heavily rumored to return probably in AEW at All In next month. Now, while they wouldn't go by the name of the New Day, And I hear they're already going by Austin Creed and Kofi instead of Kofi Kingston. I feel there's already a pre-built name that people aren't thinking about. And that is they had a series of videos that they used, mostly Xavier Woods / Austin Creed, where they're playing games, mostly Uno, with Adam Cole, Tyler Breeze, and Claudio Castagnoli, and they called their collection of them playing games, they called themselves The Party. So what I think would be really cool, and call it a prediction if you want to, I think the most fitting tag team name that they could use in AEW, because I don't think it's owned by WWE, is if they debut on AEW as The Party. So let's see here. I can either get it guaranteed, which I like building up my diamonds for maybe a card or a set that I really want. Otherwise, I don't mind pulling with 1 out of 10 odds. And I don't care so much about the super rare cards, especially in this one. So let's see here. Did we get it in this set? No, we did not. So we're looking for the rare Kit Wilson and the Miz dual relic card. It's not in this set. Looks like we have our first match in the buy-in with Ricochet's group, The Demand, coming out. Nope. I guess they're coming down to the announce desk. There we go. So far the set has been, like, there's 12, so card number 1, the one we just collected, and Bliss and Flair. So we'll wait until next week to see. And I like having it set to see who I still have left to collect. Now to collect, or at least look into, Gemstones Season 3. So it looks like we only have 5 to collect from the uncommon. So we got Orton, Sky, Hogan, Bliss, and Rhodes to collect. $3,500. 1 out of 5 odds. 5 cards to collect. I don't know, let's start by... This is one of those where, given the odds, I might just rip without looking at any of the cards. So I figure at those odds, let's start with 20 packs.
In the living room where it's cooler.
Huh?
I said, now that I'm home, I would like to talk in the living room where it's cooler. But you're busy.
Apologies for the interruption. Let's see where we're at now. See, after all that, only one card collected. At this rate, let's see here. Let's see here. Let's get the season bonuses. Nothing there. Nothing to collect there. Okay, we've made a little bit of progress. Orton, Hogan, and Bliss. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's see here. Hogan and Bliss. And maybe if I wind up down to 1, I'll see about trading. Going through a hunt in my own regards. Oh, there's Hogan. So I guess now, actually first, let's see what kind of duplicates I have. Okay, so I got duplicates of Sky and Rhodes. Let's see here. I typically go for the one that is online. So let's start with this one that has 2 and green. See if I got something that they need. Looks like nothing of the current stuff I have in mind. So I'm thinking someone who still needs those other ones. Like here. They need a Rhodes. Let's see if they'll trade Rhodes for Bliss. And I got 3 of him. But I'm not going to rest on that one. Let's see if there's someone else. They've got 7 of them. I figure not a good chance that I'll have something that they need, but let's see. Let's throw in Punk, see if I get a bite on that. Ooh. Did it already get accepted? It got accepted. I don't need that trade anymore. So now I've already complete that set. So it's just a matter of once the timer becomes expired for me to collect the reward on that one. So and there's gems to collect. And now, of course, that then brings me to the fact that I haven't collected on today's. Oh yes, and I forgot why I'm at it. Let's go ahead and set up to collect my rewards for not just today, but for the week. Of WWE SuperCard. Meanwhile, we've got Ring of Honor's The Lethal Twist against the Conglomeration. I don't know if this is for the AEW Trios Championships or not. I do believe it is. I saw a note earlier on SuperCard that I think here soon it's going to be going offline I would suspect likely for a software update that would include what makes the most sense, the upcoming SummerSlam 2026 rarity that they'll be coming out with. And probably a refresh of the season levels. For those who have noted, I'm already at level 50. So now that we got that set up and we've already collected from online, let's switch back and take care of a little bit of business. Performance Center. Been doing these ones because A, they're easy, they only take about 10 minutes. As opposed to the other ones that take like 2 days, 4 days. And let's collect my rewards. And that was the weekly reward, the reward you get for checking in every day of the week. And now, let's do some additional work. Okay, so I like starting out with all 4 being different numbers. And that was really good. So 1's there. So we're not moving from that. 8 needs to be in a different position. Let's start with at the end. And we'll go with... Oh, no, 1 was good. We already established that. I almost messed up. And we'll drop that down to 7. Okay. Sadly, considering that there's only 2 moves left, this makes things difficult. Because technically we only know that there's 3 numbers that it isn't. Right there. I mean, it could be 4, 5, 6, or 9, but it also just can just as equally be 1, 7, or 8 because it does do duplicate numbers at times. So let's go, I'd say, center of it and just hope it's not 5. We got lucky on that one. No, I don't want to do another one. It's definitely not worth the 350. I think I already collected. Yep. Time to play some games. Would you like to play a game? This one feels more like you're dealing with Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men in flipping a coin. And 5 is practically the middle of the road with a deck where it's at highest 12. And of course the conglomeration just 1. So going counterintuitive, lower. Got lucky. So there's 8 numbers higher. Only 3 that could be lower. It rewards you if it's the same card. This time I'm going to go higher. And this is tugging on the stress already a little. Middle of the road. Higher? Nope. And that's why I don't like this one. Because it's definitely not worth the 100. And it's definitely not worth the 250 to get 2 lives. So I just check out whenever I lose on this one. Because screw it, it's not worth it. Okay, first round. All 3 work. And I've noticed round 2, 1 is bad. And this is where it starts getting difficult, because only 1 is good from here. And we picked wrong. Should have stayed in the center. And not worth it. I like just collecting what I have. And this one is another one where it's kind of like just, it's best just leaving with when your lives run out. So I hate when they do this. I like it when they're like across the board, so that it'll just go off in its own individual areas. But when they're lumped together like that, it's just automatically going to take the ones that you know are safe. So I try to go for the fleshy area at this point, you know, because you have the higher odds. Okay, so we got one that we know is safe. Okay. 2 spots that we don't know. The rest of them are risky, with 1 left to do. And there it is. And as you can see, with all that mess, it's definitely not worth it. And I'll just exit at this point. Okay, so let's go over to the rarity board where we have 2 free to do. Go here. And let's throw a grenade right in the middle. And now one that I really do like, and it is worth investing, where on Saturday through Thursday you've got 1 shot. On Friday, they give you 2 shots. How about a game where we can pick what our rewards are? There's no losing, just seeing how good you can pull. So you can get up to 10. So I do kind of have like, I'm a patterns guy. Don't know how many people have noticed that. Do I want to continue? Yes. Why? Because it's only 25. Okay, so that plus means I got 1 more pick. And just when I was thinking you guys didn't get the chance to see us actually go with the prize wheel. Now none of these are really impressive now, except for maybe the 2 times, because I've collected all those action figures. Round and round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows until I hit stop. See now, if I were to continue, I'd have 5 more picks. It would cost 50, like it typically does, you know, where it doubles with the, roughly about doubles the previous cost. And I'd get 5 more picks, and I'd be able to say, I'd like to replace one of these cards I've already picked with the new pick, or I can leave it as it is. So that's why I'd prefer to leave it at this rather than just be like, chance what I got. You know, sure, I could have gotten better, but I don't want to risk it. New. I like locking down what's new so I don't accidentally use it. Wow, what a coincidence. I was looking to get to my cards too. And by now, yes, that one 10-minute training is done. Let's train Ray Ray. So I first start with the combinables, and let's start with the top one. Screw him. Okay, that one's already fully trained. Him, however, with only 6 minutes left, I'm wondering if what they're doing in the buy-in is just doing the entrances of the people in this ladder match. Because there ain't no way they're doing a ladder match in 6 minutes. And I would combine these two if it weren't for the fact that they're good enough to where they actually have a spot on the decks. Only reason why I'll merge someone in the top tiers is if they're not good enough to begin a deck, and so might as well. So since I've got that taken care of for combinables, let's go down to WrestleMania 42. And no, I'm not going to fortify with a card that's already at the top. So let's see here. So looking at 100, we have the zeros of 100s. We have Liv Morgan that we can fortify. And where's Fatu? There he is. And so it's just a matter of the time before these cards wind up being used to train newer, better cards. Let's see here. We have Uso. We've got, well, microphone. Let's see, do we have Robert Stone somewhere else up top? No, so in this case it's not going to be worth my training because I've already combined them before. It looks like that's it for that. And now, rewind. Rarity. Fortify Coco Beware. And now, screw the combinables. We're just going for trainables. And this is where we can get rid of a lot of baggage. Get rid of these ones that I don't need. Let's just go ahead and include Ember. Let's train Rizzo. Train Dupree. Removable Ember. We only have one Ember, so it's going to be interesting here soon. Rewind. And since the rarities are so close, now Rewind isn't going to take that much to actually train a WrestleMania 42 card. So at this point, this is more about making sure I have enough space in my deck. Now let's see here. Now that we have cards that have been significantly trained, we're just going to have to come to the terms that we're going to have someone who is relatively trained basically being more than enough to train some of these guys. Yeah, let's just make it equal. Heenan for Heenan. And now that the buy-in is done, time to see if I can find redemption to play. going between finding events and training cards. Come on. That's giving me crap. And we just got the one more on here to train. And since we're already wasting away good rewind cards, means that I'm definitely not going to work on training the rewind cards. Let's see if there's any good combinables on the legacy cards, which there isn't. So we're going to switch it over to just the trainable cards. Sure, now there's the legacy ones. Back to the Performance Center again, where 10 minutes has passed. And while we haven't had the chance to touch on 2K26 much, it seems as if probably gonna have to cut this one short for some in-house business. And I finally got the ladder match going on Redemption. So, as short as this may be, I look forward to seeing the next